What's up, guys? How y'all doing today? And what's up, Sussex Squad? Yeah. Is this a national holiday? Because the whole world sees what we've been talking about. William, fine. The emperor has no clothes, has no hair, has no style, has no taste, has no fitness acumen. You guys, what am I talking about? The whole world finally sees what we're talking about. The third annual Earthshot Prize is kicked off with a giant flop. The way we know that only William can flop. This is fresh off the hills after the royal family literally were acting like they did something by kicking Andrew out. But we all know that since no scandal came from that, baby, this is all a scam set up by Camilla, and I'm gonna walk you through it. But first, let's talk about the way William has been making a fool of himself, okay? William's been making a fool of himself down in Brazil, and we love to see it. I know Kate is sitting there with her wig probably slung across the floor, scratching her head in that outcast cabin. Man, I don't care what they call it. It's in the middle of nowhere that they have her in, that she has been banished to, literally giggling while she eats 3 bites of popcorn, because you know that's all Kate looks like she eats. Okay, so let's get into this. First of all, oh my God, before we go though, I forgot to tell you guys about okay, there's so much to talk about. So first of all, William, after he took credit for kicking Andrew out, right? Even though it was more Charles, but now the Parliament saying you can't do that, and the British Parliament is fighting to keep a PDF line in the line of succession. I don't know, it's weird, but I think the whole thing's where William came to the front and he was like, I did it. And he was beating his chest. Yeah, it was me. None of y'all had the balls to do it, but I did it because I'm king. This is my kingdom, right? He was really feeling himself. I said, okay, William, even though let me just tell you my thoughts about that right now. It's been so long since we talked. We got so much to talk about. Yes, I've been on my fitness journey. Yes, it's been kicking my butt, but I got to stop it. Okay. So let's look at it like this. Royal Lodge, Charles has wanted for Camilla for a while. It's the only thing that the royals don't really own, or somehow he thinks if he gets Camilla in there, William won't be able to pry her out. Have come to think that William hates the royal family. I think William hates the monarchy. I think William hates what the monarchy has done to him, his mom, whatever. I think William is lazy. I think that he is definitely work shy. And I think he still wants all the benefit, but none of the work of being a monarchy. I do believe that William is insanely jealous of Harry's life. He likes the fact that Harry lives in a mansion. He has all these cool friends. He has a sexy wife. He gets to do what he wants, and he gets to work when he wants. Nobody says anything of Harry's only pops up 2 times a year to do something. Okay, fine, whatever, because he's not being paid by taxpayer money. All right, so that's part of it. So hear me out. The Royal Lodge was always supposed to go to Camilla. Remember when Charles for a while was trying to evict Andrew, but Andrew wouldn't even leave the house for a while? The Royal Lodge has been sitting there for a while with Andrew and Fergie. Charles wanted him evicted. He wouldn't leave. He's been trying to get him out for a while. Andrew's been making all these demands. I want the Sussex house. I want this. You're not going to get me out like that. Okay, fine, whatever, right? So then, William and Kate also, if not want the Royal Lodge, they said William's been mad ever since, what's his name? The dumb one. Which one? Ever since the perv made some comments about Kate and blah, 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 blah. Okay? William decided, and I think that this was with a deal with Camilla, I think they decided to push him out by any means necessary. And that's when they let go what happened with Andrew and Epstein. And the gag is they've known about this for years. So why are you talking about it now? You're talking about it now because your father's sick. You're talking about it now because Camilla needs to get in there well before William takes his thing. And you're talking about it now because William wants more power and authority. And William is using Andrew as a way to get Harry and Meghan's titles. Now, the thing is with William, and this is typical of him, he's not a very forward thinking. He always sets little fires that he never thinks about, okay, how are you going to control this? Because if you just said that this being a royal highness isn't real, it's not blood, and you can take it away anytime you want. All right, William, they're happy with you now, but what happened when they're mad at George? When they're mad at Charlotte? When they're mad at Louis? Dummy, why would you give them the tools to dismantle your own house? Now, again, I do love to see it. William, I don't think cares, because he's like, this is a stupid job anyway. But William, what if when they come for your money? But that said, good, right? But I think because no scandal came after that, and all the information they've releasing, they've known, and William is taking credit for it, but Charles is trying to get Camilla in there. I think that is exactly what's going on. Now, fresh off of that, because William was like, yeah, I did it, I did it, I did it. He's been going out of his way to prove that he is the hot, sexy brother. He engaged in a volleyball match where he was in it to win it and acting like he was in the Olympics volleyball. And you see all these asides of him diving and stuff. I'm going to put them on the screen right here. No, here. Here. Okay. Dying and stuff. Acting a fool. And I remember seeing those pictures and being like, what in the world is going on? Except when you zoom out. And when you zoom out, you see that he is going crazy trying to prove he's the athletic prince while he is dunking on little kids. He is literally playing 8-year-olds, you guys. Sussex Squad, he is playing 8 years old, and looking a damn fool. These photos of William going extra hard at the volleyball game are hilarious. He literally woke up and said, I'm putting an end to this narrative that I'm not athletic. And then to find out he was literally just playing against children. You guys. You guys, every new photo I saw got funnier and funnier and funnier. Again, this fool was playing against children and literally was trying to prove that he's the athletic one. But it wasn't over. He then sorry. He then, right? Showed up to the Earthshot Brazil cries. Kate is 100% feeling better. We saw her skiing down the slopes, even though they sued the paper because it was an invasion of the privacy, but she was skiing down the slopes. She is healthy. She is wealthy. She is fine. Why is she not down in Brazil? I don't know. I guess she's taking care of the kids, right? But she had his friend, Jason Knopf, going down there with them. Now, a lot of people wondered about William and Jason Knopf's relationship because Jason Knopf literally gives my man energy. There are rumors that William likes to be pegged, if you will. There are rumors that Kate doesn't like pegging William, so she lets Rose do the pegging. Rose just now these are just rumors, right? They said there's nothing between William and Rosa. But if you like that, and I assume Jason was born with a a God-made peg, like what's the difference, right? Like I don't think there's that many avenues of separation, but who cares, right? Again, I will say I've never seen him that close to Kate or lean into that closely to Kate at all. At all. And again, why wasn't she invited? But the real funny thing is William is getting dragged from all sides, okay? For what? Because they said that the COP30 and that's the climate organizers of America, I don't know, 30, and Prince William is on his soapbox about the Amazon. So as a reminder, they cut down 13 kilometers of Amazon rainforest to build a road for the COP30, and around 70% of the world's balsa wood used in green wood turbines comes from the Amazon. Again, why is it? Listen, it goes to William. He even showed a bunch of pictures of, listen, the audacity to say, okay, he had the audacity to lecture people over like the Amazon and climate control and all this other stuff, right? When he literally had to build a new I'm getting this right, a 4-lane highway cutting through tens and thousands of acres of protected Amazon rainforest, all for this summit. Again, he's getting dragged by both climate advisors, climate activists, and conservationists, and even monarchists, because they hate climate change as activism. Because how dare you say that you shouldn't be able to rape and pillage the earth as much as you want? He even posted, right? He literally then created his own fan cam video. I'm looking at this video right now. His own fan cam video to his official Twitter account. Like, how many slow-mo shots are we going to get of William? How much is he going to try to push it down our throats that he is handsome, he is attractive, he is tan? I guess the real reason is William went from being the hot one to looking like someone's middle-aged dad. And even though he is the prince, he's still not considered the hot one anymore. And I think that really bothers him. But can we get back to the monarchy and how William is just like, he has a billion pictures of him trying to look serious as he hopped on his private jet to go speak at an Amazon convention where he had to host all these dignitaries that had to cut down all these trees so they could sit there and listen to William tell us how important the rainforest is. Never mind that all these green turbo engines come from 70% of the wood in the Amazon. You guys, William just can't get it right. Partly because he really doesn't care about any of this. It's just a photo op. Especially in 2025, you don't need to fly in. You don't even need to show up. You can do it video conferencing. You know, the way you do all your duties in London. The fact that William is so desperate to be seen on a global stage as a statesman that he will fly whatever, he will ravage and pillage. Well, I mean, he is his ancestors, isn't he? Meanwhile, Meghan and Harry are chilling. The biggest scandal they've had is Harry wore an LA Dodgers hat instead of the Toronto Blue Jays, and Harry apologized for wearing the Toronto Blue Jay hat. Tell them to just chill the F out. Meghan is born and raised in Los Angeles. She's a Los Angeles native. Why wouldn't he be wearing a Dodgers hat to make his wife happy? I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, he was in Canada, but he was in Canada over Meghan. But you know what? I'm not a baseball fan. I don't know how that goes. If you are a baseball fan, please explain in the comments. So what do we have this week? There was a fake dethroning of Andrew because they said all this stuff happened, but the parliament hasn't made a move. William saying that Harry and Meghan are next. Harry and Meghan are chilling. Meghan's coming back to acting. Did you hear? Yeah, Meghan's coming back to acting. She's gonna star in a comedy. I hope to God it's good. I hope to God it's good. At the very least, you know, everybody's going to be watching it to rip it apart. But we already know Meghan is a good actress. I don't know about the comedy being written by the guy that writes movies starring Pete Davidson, but whatever. I guess Meghan can make everything good. But that's interesting that she is getting back to acting. It's very, very interesting to me that Harry and Meghan are in the situation they are. And it's very, very interesting to me that, you know, William keeps making a fool of himself. At this point, this is the epitome of everything that they tried to throw at Harry and Meghan comes back to the royal family tenfold. You guys, I will say this, brace for Camilla getting the Royal Lodge. Beatrice and Eugene, I guess they're going to hold the royal titles over their head as a reason never to talk to Harry and Meghan. But honestly, Harry might love their cousins. But like I said, all this happened because Harry went and had a hug and a talk with his dad. And all this other stuff is tumbling out. Again, y'all said, oh, Tisa, you never understand. Family's family. Yeah, I know family's family. And Harry's family is the devil. Harry's family is the devil, and Harry should be happy that Meghan actually saved him. But at the end of the day, all this came because he dared try to reconcile with his father. I'm telling you, Charles sold Harry out so he could get Camilla into Royal Lodge, and he's agreed to let William do what he wants with Harry and Meghan's titles, and more importantly, the little kids' titles. Because lest we forget, this isn't just family drama. This is a racial overture. The royal family of Britain, the OG colonizers, the OG Graces, the OG, oh, black, no. The OG will never, ever, ever, ever allow descendants that are of mixed blood, especially black American divorcee blood, ever truly take any type of thing. I'm telling you. I am telling you. Anyway, you guys, but that's a little bit too dark. Let's lift it up and let's just laugh at William and all the dumb stuff he's done. Shout out to William making a fool of himself. Only William could take a win and turn it into, yeah. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.